Hello, everyone. It's me, Dear Joe, your modern day Dear Abby. I'm the lady that's wearing many hats in life. I have been married, divorced, remarried, widowed, raised children, worked many jobs, and I'm just here to share my advice with you on your life's dilemmas, to try to give back and to help out in some way. All right, so if you would go ahead and like and subscribe, it would help my channel grow, and I can keep reaching out and helping those who need my wisdom. Okay, and I'm not saying that my opinion, my life advice is the be all end all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just letting you all know what works for me and what I have learned in my life. Okay? So, the first Dear Joe writer today is from No Love in Utah. No Love in Utah writes, Dear Joe, I married my husband right out of high school. We were high school sweethearts, and the first couple years were just amazing. I never thought a man, could love anyone more than me. He was just super. A great provider, a good friend, and we talked about starting a family. So we did a couple years into our marriage, and we had agreed that once I became pregnant, then that would be my last few months of working outside of the home because I wanted to stay home and raise the children, and he made more than enough to provide for us. So it wasn't like I had to work, it was just I wanted to. So, anyway, when we wanted to start trying for a family, we did. And a few months in, we were successful. And about 6 months along, unfortunately, I miscarried. It was very, very devastating. It would have been a boy, and it was a serious, sad loss for us and our family. And it just took a while to even, muddle through the daily um, life, things that you do. Sometimes just breathing was all we could do. Well, unfortunately, it's been a couple years now, 3 years actually, since then, and he still won't be intimate with me. I understood at first because, we had to wait a while to try to start again, but this has been an ongoing situation, and he's become more withdrawn. He won't talk about it or get help. He says that's not why. Um, I have even gone to the extreme of saying, "Hey, what? Are you not attracted to me anymore? Is there somebody else?" And of course, he's just completely upset and no, never, But I just don't understand why he won't be intimate with me. What can I do? That's an important part of a marriage, and if we're ever going to move on, because he says he wants another family again sometime. And so I just don't understand. I just don't know what to do. Okay, no love in Utah. Well, from what I gather here, the problem is he is afraid. He is afraid of getting you pregnant and it happening again. Now, many women, including myself, have had miscarriages. It's always a sad time, it's depressing, and it's very difficult to get past it. And you never forget it, but you can move on from it. And my suggestion is tell your husband, we'll just call him Roger, to say, Roger, I really, really want you to hear me. Make sure there's no other distractions around, no TV on, anything going on. Just, honey, I really need you to hear me. I'm your wife. I love you dearly. And we both live with the loss of the baby. However, it has been over 3 years now. And making love is a very special part of a marriage. And I miss that. I miss you. I miss our intimacy. Let's not focus on making another baby right now. I'll stay on the birth control. Let's just focus on getting us back. Let's just focus on that bond between you and me for a while. And once that gets going again, we can talk about a family again, maybe a little bit down the road. I take it you're still both really young. If you married right out of high school and, so on. So I'm thinking you guys are probably, no older than mid-20s or so. So you have time. And I really feel that if you just get back to you as a couple for a while, I really feel he'll come around. I think that fear of that pain of loss is what has kept him, withdrawn. And if that doesn't work, then he's just going to have to get some outside help. Be it a pastor, be it a counselor, maybe even an older relative, someone he really trusts. That's gonna have to kind of put it to him in a way that he'll understand that, hey, you can't just go through life in this marriage and not have, intimacy with your wife. That's just not going to happen. That's going to create a huge problem and may even ultimately be the destruction of the relationship, and you don't want that. It sounds like you really love each other. So I believe you're going to get past this. Just, like I said, take him aside and just let him know how you truly feel. And see if he's willing to take that small step with you. Not focus on making another child right now, but just focus on you. Okay? Unloved in Utah? And I really don't think you're unloved. I really not getting that vibe. Okay? So just hang in there and let me know. All right? Take care of yourself. And God bless you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, our next Dear Joe letter is from Scared in Missouri. And they write, Dear Joe, I have been in an abusive relationship. Not physically abusive, but verbally abusive and emotionally abusive for about 12 years now. We're not married. We've just been living together. And I do love him, but I don't know exactly why he wants to be with me, because he never speaks kindly to me anymore. He's really rude and says very hurtful things to me. And he acts like he wants nothing to do with me except for when he wants, food on the table or, a romp in the hay. And when we first met, he wasn't like that. He was very gentlemanly. He was very concerned about my feelings. He was every bit the gentleman, opening the doors, just very loving. And would never speak to me the way he does now. He doesn't want me to work. He feels he should provide. But yet at the same time, he doesn't want to get married now. He doesn't want to have kids. It's almost like he just wants me to sit in the house, grow old, and be the maid, and just treat me like I'm some sort of second-class citizen. Please help. What can I do? As I really don't know very many people in my area. My parents are deceased, and I am an only child, and I just don't have that many people that I can go to or talk to. Okay, Scared in Missouri, these are my words for you. And these words are going to be a little bit shocking. And I don't want you to take it as I'm putting blame on you, because I'm not blaming you, okay? But I want you to understand that this is serious business, okay? This man obviously has narcissistic tendencies. And what I mean is, he buttered you up because he saw something in you when he first met you. He saw something in you that he felt he could control. He felt that he could control you emotionally, and by being mean verbally, he would keep you dampered down out of fear of him so that you would do what he said and that you wouldn't, run off because, she doesn't have any family. She doesn't have anyone to go to. She needs me. And that's why he doesn't want you to get a job, because if you get a job, then you'll have your own money and you can better yourself. And that is exactly what you need to do. I would talk to him in a way that he could not misunderstand me. I would say, enough is enough. When I met you, you claimed to love me. You were good to me. You talked respectfully to me. You were kind. You showed me affection and love like a man should. And now you treat me like some cast-off who's good for nothing more than serving you and a bed partner. And you need to let him know that it stops right now. That you don't need him. And if he gets smart mouth with you or threatens you in any way, you walk away. Get out. Just leave it behind. I don't know if you have your own vehicle, but you know what? I would rather walk down the road than have to stay one more minute in that situation. I would, if he goes to work, leave when he's at work, if that's what it takes. Get out. There is a church somewhere in your town. There is a grocery store. There is a police station. There is a fire department. There is somewhere you can go. Okay? And they will help you, because that's what we do in America. There are a lot of organizations to help, especially women. And you let them know your situation. And they will see to it that you get shelter and protection. And then you can move on and get yourself a job and better yourself. And stay away from him. I'm not saying that it's easy to do, because you've been dependent on him and you're used to this now for 12 years. But I'm telling you, don't let another year go by. Don't let another week go by. Okay? If he's not willing to see what he's done, then he's a fool and you need to let him know this. Okay? It's foolish behavior on his part. Maybe you leaving would wake him up and he'll change his ways. However,